Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. This is the new moon lunar tarot reading for the sign of Leo. The fire sign for Leo. Love you guys, Leos. My moon is in Leo. Beautiful, beautiful, fiery sign. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to jump into it with getting your animal spirit for the new moon. New moons are all about new beginnings. The new moon period of the month is when you want to sow the seeds for your vision, your ideas, your passions, your projects, starting new relationships, any kind of new beginnings, right? The new moon is the most auspicious time of the month to start those endeavors, right? And then as you come to the full moon, you come to some sort of, many times, some kind of reaping the rewards, beginning to see the reaping of the rewards, or the next step, the fruition starts to come. But you sow the seeds during the new moon. Today is the new moon for May. It's May 4th. And this reading, I'm doing this reading today, and it'll be out today. Trying to get all the readings done before midnight, but some of the readings may come out after midnight, and that's fine. The new moon will be up for a couple of days. So, Leo, what is your spirit animal for this month, this new moon cycle? The spirit animal energy that's going to take you through this next new moon cycle. What you're exhibiting, what you're feeling, what you're manifesting in terms of your animal spirit. All right? It's for anybody who's Leo, sun, moon, rising. Here we go. The Otter. Wow, that card just came up in the last reading for Cancer. So, Otter, water energy and fire energy. The fire and... Oh, wait, hang on a second. Do I have my... Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that, folks. So, fire and energy. All right, fire energy. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll get into that. Fire ants, they work together, right? They swarm. They're like a community. So this is definitely social community energy, but working together, right? In concert, coordination. Otter, again, beautiful, joyful energy. The joyfulness of life, on the fun side of life, romantic. It's when you're having when you're flirting and you're romantic and you're really... You know, that kind of side of love. The Otter is just very, very playful. The card admonishes us to be more playful. And this is the energy that you're rolling with this month. Okay, Leo, you're feeling very playful. You're feeling really like cheeky, you know. It's an English term for flirtatious, a little coy, a little mischievous, right? But all in a fun way, in a loving and fun way. Right? So, Otter energy is excellent energy to have. I love Otter energy. It's definitely romantic energy when you're dealing with a new love, right? Fire energy is about aggression. Definitely rigid, following orders, working together, right? Can be very aggressive, fire ants, right? I mean, you got to think about it. They work in unison to overtake you, right? They come quick. It's a quick force. You know, it can indicate gossiping, blaming, negative energies. Fire energy is negative energies, but negative energies combining to really affect you, right? So it isn't just one or two, but it's like a few different negative energies all surrounding you. So you want to be careful with fire and energy. You know, it's time to, you know, when that energy is around, it's time to break free from drama. It's a warning card to be more thoughtful and disciplined, but to break away from drama, definitely, right? So if you're in a situation socially where it's just too much, the arguments are too much, the aggression is too much, the low vibration is too much, then you're dealing with fire and energy. You definitely want to get out of that, right? Otter energy, be more playful, right? Not so rigid, not so aggressive. All right. All right, let's get into it. For Leo, we're going to use the Deviant Moon deck. I love this deck for all my lunar readings. Leo. Again, I already shuffled this deck for quite some time while I was meditating on you guys. So we're just going to shuffle it a few times, couple of 3 times. Leo energy for this month, this new moon month, May 4th, 2019. What's Leo got to look forward to this new moon month? What new beginnings and new arrangements, new interactions, new relationships, enterprises, opportunities, beginnings, new beginnings for Leo. What's going on? Show me. All right, here we go. 10-card spread. We're going to go around and take each card in turn. It's a little different than my usual readings where all the cards are turned over at once. I like to take this reading in turn. I like to take each card as it comes. It's a new moon reading, so it's about new beginnings. So each card I want to take as face value as it applies to the card before it, so the picture kind of unfolds. In the center, we start off with 8 of Cups crossed by Strength card. Again, the Strength card came out in the last reading for Cancers. And at the bottom, we have the 5 of Cups. Okay? So 5 of Cups. Bickering, arguing, you know, empty relationships. Relationships you've had enough of. You're turning your back on it. It's been a hassle. It's been an ordeal. Right? So turning your back on empty relationships and relationships that are unhappy as well. Here, 8 of Cups talks about moving away also from empty relationships, relationships that no longer serve their purpose the way they manifested. You're ready for something better, something deeper, a love that's more mature, more long-lasting. She's walking away, right? So this is definitely, Leos, this month, it's all about you turning your back on low vibration relationships and getting to a higher love or better love. The 5 of Cups in the traditional deck, the figure is kind of more in grief over the old relationships that didn't work out. You know, he has still, that character still has 2 full cups that he ignores because he's grieving so much for past relationships. He's not looking forward. He's depressed. But this, all decks are different, and that's why I love using the Deviant Moon deck for all of my moon readings, because the meanings come out slightly differently. They're the same, of course, fundamentally, but here you can see it's more a case of him just having had enough, right? The relationships, it's not so much that he's depressed about them, but he's just had enough. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of aggro, as they say in England. It's been a lot of aggro. It's been a lot of aggression. It's been a pain in the ass, you know. And the character's not so much grieving as he is turning his back and unwilling to partake in the fighting anymore, right? Crossed by, that's the cross energy. You know, that's the energy that's crossing you. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the bottom of the deck, right? Here we have same type of energy, but instead of being fed up, right? Instead of being fed up and like just turning his back, right, on what's going on and sitting there, now he's moving. Now the female character is moving forward in the 8 of Cups, right? She's moving away from shallow relationships. Right? So she's taking action. She's a few more relationships in from the 5. Now she's up to 8 cups, and still none of them have been satisfying. Maybe there are periods in between. 6 and 7 of Cups definitely are good cards for relationships. But now that she's at the 8 has changed, right? She's ready for something even deeper. Something higher, right? And crossing this energy is the Strength card. So maturity, right? Maturing. You're maturing, Leo. You're becoming better at discerning partners, right? You're getting over the ego. This is the card for Leo as well. This is the Leo card, the strength card. This is your card. So employing that ability to get over your kind of carnal, more egoistic side and mature. And use a higher, more mature level of thinking and acting. Vibrating higher, you know. Using your spiritual enlightenment to mature yourself and integrate your emotions better so that you don't succumb to things like jealousy as much and fear, acting on impulse in relationships because you fear the relationship closing or ending, or you do, you know, all of those kind of base thinking. That's to do with ego, that's to do with fear. And the strength card is all about conquering that, right? So conquering that so that you can have a more mature relationship, you have to mature yourself. And those are the type of things you have to work on, those type of feelings and impulses that we all have, right? It's just when do we mature out of them. Knight of Wands, somebody coming in with a message. Somebody coming in definitely with a message of perhaps new love, a new project, something new. A new beginning of something passionate. Something that you really love. Somebody's coming through, definitely. Fire energy. Wheel of Fortune also came out. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer. Wheel of Fortune came out for Cancer. So the wheel is turning, Leo, and you feel it. You definitely feel like there's opportunities coming this month that you've never thought you had coming before, right? Wheel of Fortune definitely talks about divinely led opportunities. Opportunities that only come through once in a while, once in a lifetime. On this deck, it's a character. He's kind of at the carnival, right? And the gypsy lady is turning the wheel. So it also means, like, you know, how often do you get this opportunity, right? It's not like you can sit there forever. So these are opportunities that only come through once in a while. And there's definitely some coming through this month. New enterprises, new passionate endeavors, something that you're going to put your blood, sweat, and tears into, your heart and soul into. Wands, you know, can also bring, you know, can bring messages of love as well. Anything that you're really passionate about, right? And then with these new opportunities, there's going to be your opportunity to juggle some finances. You're going to be making choices in careers. You may have a choice in career. You may have an opportunity to choose between promotions or two jobs, right? You may need to juggle between two jobs or two endeavors, because this new one that's coming in, if you take this new opportunity, if you take it as an opportunity, as the Wheel of Fortune suggests, since it's turning, you may have to juggle two things at once for a little while, Leo, and you might have to make a decision as well. You're going to have to make some real decisions. You're going to be wrestling with yourself this month about what to do with certain scenarios in your life. It could be about your love life as well. Maybe that you've been coming out of a period of trying to decide as well what is best for you, you know, and concentrating as well. A lot of twos. So twos is decisions, right? It's taking the next step. Where do you go from here? I think some of you have really been dealing with making decisions about, you know, what's more important, love or your career, or can you juggle both? You're wrestling with yourself. Two of Swords here definitely talks about wrestling with yourself if you look at the character, right? Seven of Wands. Again. Wow. So again here, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the character is struggling to recreate, you know, the cups that are there, but he can't really do it. It's like he can't really quite get the love that he wanted. It's not fulfilling him in the right way. He's not able to grasp it. He's looking at the cups and he's looking at the picture at the same time, but what he wants and what he's getting is not equating, right? So it can mean disappointment, you know, just disappointment, frustration in love. You know, you've been feeling some frustration lately, I think, in love, in your relationships. You know, you're trying to manifest this picture, this beautiful picture of love, but you just can't quite get there. All the elements are there, but you're not able to get there. And it's been very frustrating. You've been putting a lot of your own passion and energy into it. It's just not been turning out the way you wanted to, Leo. But the world is turned, the world card is here. So definitely these are, you're starting to look at a bigger picture. You're starting to realize, I think, Leo, that some of the things you've been dealing with lately, are not that important, You've been kind of, you know, battling with yourself about making the right decision. You know, you've been very like disillusioned. I think you've been going through really kind of a period where you just didn't feel like, you know, you could manifest what you want. It's been very frustrating for you, Leo, but now the world is coming, it's starting to feel like things are falling into place. I think you're starting to realize now, especially, World card talks about seeing the bigger picture and realizing sometimes you don't realize why you're going through certain scenarios until much later, until the bigger picture is revealed. And then you realize, oh, now I know why that happened. That needed to happen. At the time, it felt awful. At the time, it felt like, dude, I really need to go through this. But now you're realizing that, yes, you did. Because had it not been for that scenario, you wouldn't be where you're at now. So you're definitely going to be having that feeling coming in. It's kind of a feeling of revelation this month for you, Leo. Where you're going to realize, you know, it's all turned out for the better. Especially because of all the hard work you've put in. You've been honest with yourself and with the scenario. You've been clear, right? You haven't cheated any. You know, you've been mature about it. You know, you haven't deceived anybody. You've been very sincere. I mean, honor energy is very sincere energy, but there has been a lot of gossiping going on around you, and I think that that might be, this fire and energy, I think, is the reason for a lot of these, like, you know, this, definitely the Seven of Cups, this feeling of frustration, the Eight of Cups, just feeling of having had enough and wanting to move on to something deeper. I think you've just been surrounded by a lot of negative energy around your love life or your dating life. It could be people have been gossiping or they've been interfering in your love life, and it's been causing miscommunication. And yeah, I think I think, Leo, you just moved away from it. You've just moved away. Especially you single. This is definitely you single Leos who've been dealing with this. Could be married Leos who are also dealing with relationships with friends as well, and you've decided to retreat a bit. Knight of Cups, though, there's definitely someone coming in with offers of love, Leo. You've got somebody coming in. He wants to offer you love. He's not the Page of Cups. It's a real offer. But remember, the Knight of Cups is still flighty. He's only just getting in touch with his emotions. He's not as mature as the King of Cups, certainly. Right? So he's not offering stable love, but he is offering love. Right? So just remember that when this person comes in for you. And take care. Eight of Swords. Talking about putting yourself in, you know, tricky situations, tricky predicaments. You know, don't be reckless. You know, don't act hastily. Definitely, you know, take care. Don't be dramatic. This also has a sense of drama about it. You know, sometimes you Leos like to walk the edge because of the drama. You feel like you can handle it, but then the drama gets out of hand. You know, it's the person who's like, oh yeah, you know, she can't fall out the window, right? I mean, nobody's pushing her, so she's hanging out the window. She's being very kind of like irresponsible and, you know, pretending that, not pretending, but, you know, being dramatic about being in danger, but it's all of her own doing. All she has to do is lean back in through the window. But also, this can be playing with fire. Because you've all seen a movie where somebody's playing around like that and then they lose their balance and they actually fall out the window. So don't play with fire like that, first of all, to get yourself in that situation. But if you are in that situation, remember that sometimes when you feel like you're stuck, you know, it's because of your own doing, and it's you who can get yourself unstuck. Right? Especially if you feel like you don't know which way to turn or what decisions to make. It could be that you're just stuck in your own like pattern of acting or behaving, and all you have to do is just adapt, change. You know, you're not really stuck. You're stuck because of you, you know, and your viewpoints and the way you are, or the way you're conducting yourself. You're being too rigid. You know, that can also happen, and then you end up feeling like you have no choice. All right. So this month, love, right? Changes in love, new love coming in. You're coming out of a really dark period in love, I think, but you need to be more playful. Things are happening. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. Leos, you definitely have an offer of love coming in. Where that turns out, I can't quite see it just yet, but the offer is coming in. I think this is more talking about just learning how to heal from the past so that you can get a new beginning coming in a comfortable, in a wholesome and positive way. Let's get the angel therapy cards out and see what the archangels have to say what energies they want you to concentrate on this month to get through this period. Archangels, help our Leos through this period where they're healing from past relationships that have been trying and difficult for them, unfulfilling, frustrating, to come into this new period of healing where they can accept this cup of love that's coming in for them. What do they have for our Leos this May, new moon, May 4th, 2019? Show me 3 cards. Show me. Solar plexus chakra. 2 more. 2 more for Leo. Visualize success. 1 more for Leo. Show me. Heal away addictions. All right. So there you go. Solar plexus chakra. It's safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. There you go, right? Heal. Healing. Be positive. Take charge. Be playful. You come out of this kind of rocky period that had to happen because it's going to mature you for this love that's coming in. So open up your solar plexus. It's also a reaffirmation that you are powerful and that you are taking charge of your life. Right? These cards are all reaffirmations as well from the archangels, you know. And that's why we pull the cards, right? So if we agree, right, in angels, guardian angels, spirits, ancestors protecting us, well, then this is the message coming through. Heal. The next card that came out was visualize success. See yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So again, it talks about faith, a joyfulness. You know, the otter is very joyful, optimistic character as well. So visualize success, be optimistic. You know, these previous relationships that may have left you a little bit distraught, a little bit depressed, a little bit sad, those relationships weren't worth having. You know, I feel that they weren't that long, but may have been some short-lived relationships. Could have been long-term, but I don't feel that necessarily here. But you're ready to heal from them. You're ready to come in and get this new offer of love. And again, it's a reaffirmation because you are doing well right now. You only need to reinforce that by visualizing your success. Heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Again, so this is what I'm talking about, healing. Healing from these old relationships, you know, that have left you frustrated, feeling put upon, right? Feeling unhappy and put upon. Just making you want to run, lowering your self-esteem, right? Heal from those relationships. And if there are addictions that those relationships brought you to, it's time to let those go too. So this can talk about too much drinking, socializing, whatever it is you do too much of. Maybe something that you've been indulging in because of the relationship having closed or gone away or not happened the way you wanted it to happen. Take care of yourself. Don't allow these past kind of hurts to lead you down a path where it doubles down in damage, right? Have that strength, that Leo strength. This is your card, Leo. Have that Leo strength. Employ some of that outer playfulness with yourself, forgiveness, and move on, because you've got an offer of love coming in this month that I think is going to be very joyful for you. All right, Leo? So this is your new moon reading. If any of this message resonated with you Leos out there, please like and subscribe. All right, share the video, comment below, leave me a question. I love that. I always respond. Thank you so much for taking the time out to check out this video on my new channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Thank you to all of you who subscribed and commented so far. Those of you who've reached out for private readings, if you want to reach out to me for a private reading, just email me at bowandarrowtarot@gmail.com. All the information is down below. And for now, I just want to tell you, Leos, I love you so much. All right, you guys have a great new moon cycle, a great month. And don't forget to visualize that success. Success is on the horizon for you, Leos, this month, especially in love. Bye-bye.